Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Let's go. What's everybody doing? Are y'all watching basketball today? What'd you think? If you watched the games last night, what'd you think? No going back now. Yeah, I really like the design of these cards. I just think they're cool. A lot of people think they're gimmicky. Like it was kind of cheap for Topps to just rip off their old product. These are inserts. This is called Master Photo. Oh no, wait. No, these were redemptions. Like you could send this in and get this Master Photo. This is Purvis Ellison. So if you don't know who Purvis Ellison is, I guess Google it because I don't really know either. I mean, I remember his name, but I don't really know who he is. These are the packs. And we'll see. These are kind of a high gloss card. 14 cards per pack. So 4 times 24 is 96. So there would be 336 cards in a box. These are the packs. They're kind of plasticky, wax pack style. And Jesse, love what I saw from my Lakers. That is promising. Dude, yeah, you know it. Like, look at the lineup. Lakers are gonna, they're gonna have a super good chance of coming back, repeating. As long as everybody stays healthy, then they're the best bet. So I'll be kind of careful opening these up. I don't want to damage anything. And I'm always going to be pretty careful when it comes to opening product because it can be so easy to take something that maybe would get a PSA 10 and kind of hurt your chances of that. So this is giving me a little bit of trouble. I'm just going to make a slit here, kind of help, and then I'll just kind of tear it. These cards can stick a little bit. Like I said, they do have kind of a gloss finish, but overall they should be pretty good. I'm not having much trouble. Mr. James Worthy. I don't remember what card comes in front of Michael Jordan in this set. So we'll find out. Otis Thorpe. These are sticking just a little bit. There's that John Stockton. A little off center, top to bottom. But that's definitely one to hold on to. So I'll set him aside. Checklist. Have to get that graded. Promotional card. Mark Jackson. Glenn Rivers. Dikembe Mutombo. Danny Manning. Michael Cage. Horace Grant. Alton Lister, another guy that I don't remember. Mitch Redmond. So when these came out, I was born in 1983, so when these came out, I was 9 years old. Jesse, it was fun to see the Flippers play their starters and get whooped. You talking about the Clippers? Or, I mean, I know you are, but that's funny. That's funny. So you're a Lakers fan, and you're not at all a Clippers fan. That's interesting. That's funny. Let's see. Wow, these are really stuck together. This might be kind of a long break. That's all right, though. My razor knife is getting super dull. And that's not good, but I don't have any extra razor blades right now, so I guess I'll just deal with it. All right. Next pack. Del Curry. Patrick Ewing. Another good one to have. That one looks a little off center top to bottom. Like there's thicker on the top. It's kind of hard to tell on cards that don't have borders. But let's see if this will focus. It's not wanting to. But if you look at above that logo, see if I can get it to focus. There we go. If you look above that logo, there's a lot more room above that logo than there is below the name tag. So I would think this is a little off center top to bottom. But I could look at examples online and tell for sure. Like see what PSA 10s look like. Maybe it's not. That's definitely something that is a little bit frustrating. Something you for sure want to pay a lot of attention to. If you're thinking of sending something in for grading. Another checklist. What? Another Alton Lister? Maybe these aren't. Like this is the, okay, so Karl Malone, we'll set that aside. Again, off center a little bit top to bottom. Cedric Ceballos. Oh, there we go, baby. Mr. Michael Jordan. That one looks good. That's a good looking card right there. I'll take a little closer look at that, but that sucker is getting sleeved up. Sleeved up. Let's take a little closer look at this. So, this is a magnifying lamp. It's got a big eyeglass on the top of it that I use to look at cards. Centering definitely looks good. Corners look good. There's a little something on the surface. It's like a print line or something. And I don't know. I'm going to take this and try to rub it out. And see what happens. Because it might just be like something on the surface that I can get off of there. But otherwise, really good condition card. I think it's a print line though. But if it don't come out, then I probably won't submit it. I could see it getting a pretty low grade if it doesn't come out. We'll just have to see. I don't think it's actually like scratched. I think it's a print line. That's too bad because like we got really lucky with the centering and the corners and everything. But yeah, that's not going to come out of there. So I mean, it might be able to get a 9 if I submitted it. But almost guaranteed not to get a 10. Pretty much guaranteed not to get a 10. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, I don't know. It does look like a little bit just a print line. If you look at it straight on, you'd never know. It'd be really hard to tell. So I don't know. I know PSA does allow for some printing imperfection, but yeah, I don't think they would. I don't think they'd give me a very favorable grade on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up anyways, and then I'll just make a little note on the outside of the card saver. I mean, it's Michael Jordan. It's definitely something that at some point in time I'd probably submit for grading, you know. So just put it up, make a note, set it aside, and roll on. yeah. Huh. This holder in particular is giving me a little bit of fits. That's okay. Just got to be patient. There we go. It opened up to receive me. There we go. And like I said, I'll just take one of these other tabs, put it on there, and I'll make a note. Print line. And set that aside. I could see that getting a 9, but it would definitely not get a 10. So let's move on. So I think this is where we left off. Like Luke Longley, Jordan's between Luke Longley and Kurt Rambis, I think. Maybe between Kurt Rambis and Scott Skiles. Maybe that's where we left off. Yeah, I think so. MJ, the dethroned GOAT. I don't know. I think it's tough. That's tough. If MJ wanted to play, he's the best. The problem is that I don't see very many people talking about this, but MJ didn't play, but like a total of like 14 seasons, you know. So his stats when he played were amazing, except for he came back for like 2 years in his 40s and played for the Wizards, and didn't put up real great numbers those last 2 years. So he retired. He went and played minor league baseball, and then he came back and he won the three-peat, and then he retired pretty shortly after that, and then he came back like, I don't remember, a few years later, and he played when he was pretty up there in age for a couple of years and didn't put up very great numbers. So that's tough, and a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. Like, you know, you look at Jordan's career, when he was playing, it was amazing, but there was pretty significant, you know, periods of time there where he just wasn't playing. Chris Mullin, Tom Chambers, Tony Campbell, Cliff Robinson, Byron Scott, Alvin Robinson, John Paxton, these are nice. I might buy more of these. They've really held up well. Guy I bought these from at the show is a dealer. Detlef Shrimp, Benoit Benjamin, Mookie Blaylock, and there's one more. B.J. Armstrong. So the guy I bought these from at the show was a dealer, and he said he just bought them. Not very, like he hadn't had them very long. He had just bought them, and he bought them from just somebody who went over to their house, and they had these in their closet as part of their collection. So he probably didn't give much for them, but I got a pretty good deal. I mean, at the time, these were going for $99 a box on eBay. You know, $100 a box, and I got 2 of them for $130. So that's pretty good. I was interested to see what condition they'd be in when I got them. They're pretty good. It's a lot harder to open these packs than I thought it'd be. Jesse, do you trust SGC in terms of the consistency of their grading? Do I trust a SGC 10 to be a PSA 10? Yeah, I would say I do. I think they're pretty consistent, and I think they're great. Not only are they pretty consistent in that, at least nowadays, like they're pretty consistent in what grades they give to what cards, but also like they're comparable. An SGC 10 should be a very comparable to a PSA 10. That's just, I mean, that's my advice, my opinion of what I've seen. Yeah, I think SGC graded cards, at least if you get the modern ones, even the ones before where they went off of a 100-point scale, like they were pretty close. But especially the modern ones, like they're a great deal. Like all you got to do is Akeem the Dream is crack them and send them in. SGC 9.5s are a cheat code, considering several of them are going to get PSA 10s, and you can buy them for cheaper than what you can get PSA 9s for right now. They are a cheat code. So, yeah, they're just a great deal. But, yeah, I think I wouldn't submit to submit new cards to SGC, and I wouldn't really advise doing that just because there's the resale on them so much lower. But I would definitely consider buying them unless you like the design. And I think the design's very compelling. They have like that black frame around the cards, and I think the design of SGC graded cards looks really good. So some people, they might just want to submit to SGC to have those in their collection because they like the design better. And that's relevant. Like, that's a good point. But as far as like buying right now, yeah. I don't buy a lot of graded cards. Most of the stuff I buy is raw. If I'm buying graded cards, it's usually because they're cheap enough to where like it makes more sense for me to buy them graded than it does to submit them myself. Otherwise, I'll just buy them raw and see what I get and submit them. You know, if I buy 10 raw cards and, you know, I find one that I feel comfortable with, like I'm investing in or whatever. If I buy 10 raw cards and I find one that's worth sending in for grading, well, I can resell the other 9. Now I'll note, I will always note like near mint 8 or 8.5 or something to let people know not to expect a PSA 10 on those cards. But like I think that's a fine way to do it. You can resell them and make some of your money back. And a lot of times I've had it where I'll buy cards and go through them, and by the time I relist them, the value of them has gone up, and you know, I make my money back on the ones that on all of them I bought, and basically get the ones that I sent in for grading for free, which is crazy, or even make some money on them. I'm getting my piles mixed up a little bit here. Willie Anderson, Reggie Lewis, Ken Norman, Rodney McRae, Rex Chapman, Jeff Malone, Stacey Augmon, Xavier McDaniel. Right now, the way the market is, for a lot of people, if you're trying to make money, I don't really understand why people buy graded cards unless they're like really short-term investments. Now, if you're a collector, I completely understand. And I think but unless they're just really short-term investments or they're wanting to flip or whatever, I really, you know, I don't know. It's not, grading might be a little bit intimidating and learning how to grade, but it's not really hard. It just takes time and some experience and stuff. So I'm not against it. It's just me personally, like, it doesn't make sense financially for me to buy graded cards when I can just send them in myself for grading. And then there's probably like a lot of people, they just don't want to wait to get them back. Wait 6 to 8 months right now to get them back. Purvis Ellison, Olden Polynice, Clyde the Glide, Clyde Drexler. Let's set him aside. Isaiah Thomas, Sam Perkins, Hersey Hawkins. Isaiah Thomas was awesome. Isaiah Thomas was awesome. He just, for certain reasons, like he's just not up there in the same conversation. Mr. James Worthy and Dominique Wilkins. So, probably set those aside. How about GMA? I saw a video that had really inconsistent results. They cracked GMA cards and submitted PSA. Some dropped 1 grade, some 2, and some were actually 10s. Yeah, I mean, I would, I would never recommend right now submitting anything to GMA. Even like, there's in no way whatsoever would I recommend submitting anything to GMA for any reason. Yeah, they're really inconsistent. Their cards sell in a lot of times for less than raw cards. I would not recommend submitting anything. Buying GMA to resubmit, I think, is a great idea. You can find some serious David Robinson, Mr. Akeem Olajuwon. Akeem had 2 cards in this series. Buying GMA to crack and resubmit is really a pretty great idea. You know, because like I said, a lot of times you can resell if you crack them, you can and they're not worth sending in for grading. A lot of times you can resell the raw cards for more than buying the GMAs. That's just, people don't want to take the chance of cracking them, I guess. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend in any way, shape, or form submitting cards to GMA. That's kind of a cool video, though, of people buying GMA cards and resubmitting them and seeing what they come back as. That's a video that would take a lot of time. I mean, you gotta buy them, get them, crack them, send them in, and wait for them to come back just to make one video. That's kind of impressive to me. Brad Daugherty. Another Karl Malone. Let's set him aside. Cedric Ceballos. Michael Jordan. Off center, top to bottom. We might get 3 Jordans out of this box. There's a very good chance we'll get 3. Off center a little bit, top to bottom. And 3 of these Jordans raw would probably pay for this box. We haven't got a single Charles Barkley yet. That's interesting. See what this sucker looks like under the lamp. Yep, looks good other than the centering. That card might get a 9. So I'll sleeve him up. And I won't put a note on there because I can see from the outside that it's a little off center. Might submit that. I can't remember what these are going for in a 9 right now. I think they're going for, I don't know, 60, 75 maybe? I'll have to look it up. Let's see. Got it open right here. Huh. One just sold for $90. So would pay one Jordan and a 9 would pay for this box and the cost to get it graded. So definitely worth submitting if you can get a 9. That one might, there's a good chance that one's off center enough to get an 8 though, which probably would still make money if a 9's going for, well, there's one that went for $146. Wow, crazy. These two, hold on, pull this up. So there's one for 95, there's one for 147.68, including shipping. I always include shipping. 61.99 for 2. Wow, 2 9 mint off centers. Okay, so that's about what this one is. That's about the same centering as what this one is. This one's a little better, but I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I understand. Once you get down into like the 7 grade and below, they won't do off center as much because the off centering makes it a 7 or whatever. But when everything else is good, they'll do like a 9. This probably had awesome corners, awesome surface, awesome edges. It was just off center. So 9 off center, and those will sell for usually 2 grades below what the regular grade is. So that'll sell as a 7. A 9 off center would sell as a 7 in most cases. I wonder what an 8 goes for. Yeah, $20. So an 8 would pay for grading. Huh. Somehow someone got $200 for this PSA 8. Huh. Crazy. What? Oh, that's a gold. Yeah. So there's a raw one. That one's near mint. So they're saying it's an 8 or a 9. Sold for $10 basically. Interesting. Very interesting. Set that one aside. So far, not a lot. Not a ton of luck on these, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay. And if I send in a big order and put those in a big order, then really, it cost me $15 to get them graded. So. And even in this situation here, maybe you don't have the best of luck on the first box, but again, these are cards that are established Hall of Famers. They're not going to come out and get injured tomorrow. They're not going to have a bad game, and they will, they're going to go up over time for the most part. Otis Thorpe, another John Stockton. Still no, maybe these were randomly inserted into boxes, just not randomly inserted in the packs. That's super weird. Still no Charles Barkley. But 2 Jordans, 2 John Stocktons. That is odd to me. Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson, Ronnie Sicali, not really familiar with him. Terry Cummings, Sarunas, Marshall Leonis, whatever. I'm not always the best at pronouncing names. Jesse, I never know how to feel when you see that one random sale that sold for like 5 to 10 times the standard. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that. I wouldn't consider that. I think there's a lot of money laundering that goes on eBay. So basically, if I want to pay you $150 and get around the IRS, then I can just, is it Akeem? Then I can just pay you $200 for a $50 card. That's a little bit of an extreme situation. Like if you're gonna launder cash or something like that, you'd probably want to pay like $2,000 for a $500 card or something or more. You know, it'd be bigger monetary values. But I definitely think there's Sir Charles. Speaking of Sir Charles was in the chat the other day. Ooh, that one looks good. That one looks good. Let's put it under the hot lights. Let's put it under the hot lights and see what it looks like under there. Centering looks super good. Corners look good. So far, so good. The backs of these are dark, so definitely want to check those out. A little bit of a print mark. I need to check something out. Oh man. It's got like a print line on the back going all the way across it. Let's see if I can get this to focus. On the left edge, I don't even think it shows on there. On the left edge, there's like a print line that goes just on the other side of where the stats are. Doesn't show on there. There's a print line. I still think it could get a 10, and I'll probably submit it at some point. So, good deal. So if we got a 10 on that, that would get us very close to paying for this whole box. Centering's good. Centering's not amazing on it. It could be better. It's definitely got a chance of falling in that 9 range. But it's pretty good. Yeah, Jesse, if I saw, when I see listings like that, they go for way over what they're going for normally, I just throw them out. Like that, that's not even worth considering. It would be considered an outlier. In statistics, that would be considered an outlier. Sir Charles. So you see what I mean? Like the centering, if you go from, I would go from the top of the T on tops and from the bottom of the picture of his little smaller picture. So it's not perfect. It's pretty good. Let's keep going. I think I'm going to take this other box I have. I haven't decided completely yet. But I might take it and put it on the eBay store. I don't have any listings up yet because I just started the Collex eBay store. So I'll take all my personal stuff and I'll move it over to there eventually, but be adding stuff. But I think I'll take the other box and put them up on the eBay store for like, I think like, I need to make my money back plus fees and shipping. So I really probably need to put them up for like 4 for $19.99 with free shipping. 4 packs. That would be, yeah, 4 packs for $19.99 with free shipping. And I think that's about what they're going for. So I think that's gonna. I want to be able to do that where when I do streams or make videos, I'm able to put product up on the eBay store. Similar product up. I think that'd be really neat, where people can go on there and they've kind of already seen like the quality and stuff, and you know they can trust that I'm going to get it out to them and ship it right and everything else. And I've always been great with my returns. My private store has like 100% customer satisfaction. Like my stuff always ranks near the top of the listings because free returns, and I don't mess with people. Like I even if they're like mean or whatever, even if they're bad mad, like I don't hate on them. I understand, and so I try to provide the best customer service I can, do a really good job packaging stuff up to where it doesn't get damaged in shipping, provide the best shipping service I can, whether that's priority or first class if it's a lower priced item, and get stuff out super quick, like within a day or 2 at the most from when people buy stuff. And so I've been really successful at developing an eBay store that has a lot of credibility in eBay's mind. Spud Webb. This is an awesome photo. Can't remember. I think Spud Webb was like 5'2". It's just a ridiculous photo. Awesome. Another David Robinson. I think that at some point David Robinson will get more respect. Akeem, that 84 design. I really like that 84 design. Larry Johnson. I'm kind of thrown as to this was Larry Johnson's rookie year, I'm pretty sure. It was 92. Same as Shaq, I think. Let me look. Yeah. This is actual rookie year. Wait. He played 91 and 92, so maybe not. Maybe his rookie year was 91. Anyways, set him aside. I can't remember. I remember I could buy some out of this in a PSA 9 for like $15, including shipping. I don't know what the 10s go for. I might look those up. I think they go for like, I would imagine they go for like probably 40, probably. Akeem's getting more popularity because he was super good. But I wouldn't imagine they go for much more than that. I'll look them up right now. Bet I won't. Say I won't. Ooh. Why is that? Oh. My stream had bled over into my other screen display. Alright. Let's look up the PSA 10s. No PSA 10 Akeems. That can't be right. That can't be right. Really? Really? That's my Raj impression from Big Bang Theory. Really? Olajuwon. Okay, so wait a second. Is this the redemption that somebody bought for $63, or is this the actual like master photo? No, that's the redemption. Wow, that's weird. Huh. In a PSA 10, somebody paid $63 for that. Well, the more you know, I guess. So I would say 40. Yeah, 40. That's what I would bet on the Akeems. Probably still worth getting graded if they, super confident in what you get back. Jesse, do I like the Illusion set? Not really. No. I can say, I don't really like it. It's kind of bland. It has interesting technology behind the design, the graphics and stuff. But every card kind of looks the same, and nothing stands out on them. It's kind of no, I can't say as I do. I wish I could. I think there needs to be more products that people like out there. Not just everybody wanting the same product whenever there's 100 to choose from. So I wish I could say I liked them, but no, I don't really like that product. It's personal preference, though. That's a bunch of Akeems. I've got 2 in that pack. I need more Jordans. Come on, give me Jordans. Akeem's awesome, but let's be honest, we all know what we're here for. We all know who we're here to see. Oh, wait. I can switch back over to the cam. Dang. Yeah, even the numbered parallels are plain. Yeah, and they're super hard to tell. Illusion's parallels are numbered parallels even are super hard to tell if they're parallels or not. Hey, Sir Charles. Check it out. I was just talking about you earlier, Sir Charles. I love that 84 design on these. That one's pretty good. A little off center top to bottom, but pretty good. Let's go. Yeah, we got a couple MJs. This one is pretty off center top to bottom. Way more than that Charles Barkley. No, it's not super bad. Probably still get a 9. And everything else is pretty much perfect on it. So that'll probably get sent in. That Barkley will get sent in. This one has a print line on the front, on the surface of the card. It's got like a print line over here that almost looks like a scratch, but I know it's not. It's just something from the factory. But I think they'd probably knock it down. It's perfect centering too. It sucks. I mean, it's pretty close. It's perfect. Everything else is perfect on it. So super bummed that had that print line on it, because it would probably drop it down to I don't know, maybe a 7, maybe lower. But still, this is a beautiful card, nice card. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like this product. I love the price point of it. These are selling. I seen one. The boxes are selling for $115. I guess I saw one sold for $115. They were going for less than that. They were going for about $100 a box. The Jordans go for $300. The Akeems, go for $40 in a PSA 10. The Barclays go for $60 in a PSA 10. There's a couple others that go for $40. Like Stockton, I think David Robinson maybe in a PSA 10. But so anyways, we're selling for $100. I got 2 boxes for $130 at a show, $130 cash. Can pass that up. So thought it'd be a cool break. And I really like the design. But yeah, it's a pretty good return on investment, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least 2 Jordans, on average 2.5, and then same as the Barkleys. The Akeems, there's 2 different Akeem cards in this set, same as there's somebody else that had 2 different cards too. So I'm getting better at opening these packs. It's a good deal on those boxes. Yeah, I thought so. That was a great year. Tons of big time players. Yeah, they actually took like Topps didn't create cards from like 84 to 9 basketball cards from like 84 to 91. So they took all the rookies from those years and put them in this set with like the designs from their baseball card products. So it's kind of cheap, but I like them. I like the designs and everything. They're designs everybody knows, so I think it's a really interesting product. And yeah, that guy, he told me, he said he'd gotten those. Oh, there's our first Scottie Pippen. That's a cool one. A little off center top to bottom, but very cool. Yeah, that guy said he had just got them not too long before I saw him at the show. He just went over to somebody's house to look at their collection, look at somebody that was selling their collection, and they had a couple of boxes in their closet. So I was a little interested to see what the condition came back on them. But so far, so good. They're not sticking together hardly at all. A little bit, but not bad enough to like take damage. And yeah, pretty happy. So I'm gonna. I was saying earlier, I think I'm gonna take that other box and split it up and sell like 4 packs for $20 on the eBay store. I haven't put any listings on the Card Collex eBay store yet, but I'm gonna start. That's probably what I'll do with these. And that's just, it'd be 4 packs for $19.99 shipped, which that's about what I got to price them at to be able to pay for shipping and pay for the box and everything. But I want people to be able to participate in what I do on here, and so that's one way I can kind of do that. And that's about what they're going for right now. I was seeing the packs selling for like $6.99 a piece, I think. So 4 for $20, including shipping. I think it's pretty fair. Down to 8 packs left. So will we get a third Jordan? We will find out. We will find out. Reggie Miller. Charles Oakley. Mark Price. What's the eBay store name? Yeah, it's just Card Collex on eBay. There's nothing up there right now. I haven't got around to listing anything. That's another thing that I was going to touch on, and since you guys are here, I'll let you know. I'm going to stop doing the giveaways, and there's 2 reasons for that. So, one is that, like, YouTube is punishing me for doing those. So, like, basically, like, people subscribe for the giveaways, but then they don't engage with the channel. So, so when YouTube sees that, like, they don't like that. And the main reason is that I can use that time to create more value for the channel. So those giveaways actually take a fair amount of time. Like, I have to create the video for the giveaway. I have to announce the giveaway. It takes like basically a day and a half. Like, by the time I do everything, takes my Sunday and then another half a day. And I really want to use that time to do more valuable content. Like, that's value in one way, but I can use that to create more valuable content overall, which I think in the long run is more valuable to my subscribers. So, sorry if that bums you guys out or anybody, but I think it's super important that I get away from that because, like I said, that it creates subscribers, but it creates a lot of people that just don't engage with the channel. They're not interested in the videos, just more of like getting something for free, and that's cool. Like that's why I did it. Kind of was to promote people to check out the channel. But it's, for the reasons, those reasons, I'm going to quit doing the scheduled giveaways. Now, I'll probably still do giveaways. Like, I might do, like, random giveaways in the live streams or something like that. But I'm not going to do the scheduled ones where I have to, like, make videos every week just about giveaways that don't really have, any knowledge-based value to them. So, Jesse, I wasn't really here for the giveaways. You've taught me so much, and that's why I'm still here. Well, thank you very much. You definitely shows the other night when you were talking about those cards, it was like, that was really impressive. And so I know you're not here for the giveaways, just for the giveaways. This is like a part-time job for you, Jesse, is hanging out with me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And it's awesome. And I think it's something that'll serve you well for a lot of years. And 20 years from now, if the card market goes back down into a slump, remember this, that about every 30 years, things come back around. So be a buyer. I'm with you, Jesse. Yeah, I know. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sir Charles. Thanks, Jesse. Anybody that's watching, thank you for being here. I really, really enjoy bringing you all content and working to help out however I can. I am your servant. I am here to research sports cards. And I really enjoy it. So, yeah. That'll give me a whole other, day and a half to put towards researching videos, making videos, working on the website. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I will be doing one tomorrow. At least announcing this week's winner. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about whether I was doing one tomorrow or not. I'll probably just announce this week's winner, and that'll be it. And I'll just let people know, hey, I'm not doing the scheduled giveaways anymore, and this is why. And Jesse, I'm looking forward to the days when I can walk into a Target and find product on the shelf. Yeah, I think those days will be here pretty soon. Like, it won't be like this forever, and it really can't. The card companies are going to try. What? Luke Longley, checklist, no Michael Jordan? There should be a Michael Jordan in there. Oh, dude, you know what? So, Luke Longley, I think Michael Jordan's the first card. Maybe? Yeah. What? I don't know. Michael Jordan should be in here. I think we'll get another one, but we'll see. Yeah, the card companies are going to do whatever they can to keep this hype up, but I don't see it lasting for very long. I know you said that they were talking about how they're interested in preserving the scarcity of cards, but I think that's complete BS. Like, they don't care. They get this every 30 years, whether they try or don't, and they're going to try to make as much money right now as they can. Make hay while the sun shines. And that's my opinion. Nothing against them. And maybe I'm being too hard on them, but that's kind of the way I look at it. And that's what they've shown me over the years. Like, they ruined the hobby in the 90s by just producing a ton of cards. And that's kind of their job, is produce cards to meet demand and make money. Ryan, what's up? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. We're having a good little box break here. Same, they trying to secure that bag while it's available. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's kind of, I mean, sucks, but that's part of their job. And maybe I'm wrong about these cards. Maybe they're not, like, maybe they are randomly ordered. I didn't think they were, but now the Patrick Ewing. I wonder what those are selling for. Let's look those up. I would think Patrick Ewing would do pretty well, but I don't know exactly on these. What's up, Ryan? What you been up to today, man? Okay, so yeah, the Ewings are going for about 40. So there's definitely several cards in this set that are worth getting graded, for sure. Patrick was a beast, for sure. Patrick Ewing was a straight up killer. He was a beast. He was awesome. For sure. All right, down to our last 4 packs. Will we get a third Michael Jordan? These could potentially be a little bit not as good condition because they were in the bottom of the box. I don't know, we'll see. We've only gotten one Charles Barkley. I guess these are randomly ordered. If so, the randomness has not really done us a favor necessarily, I don't think. We got a lot of Akeems. We got quite a few Ewings. But, you know, and we got our fair share of Jordans. We got 2 Jordans. But, ooh. But only one Barkley. So, let's see how they do. There's our second Pippen. Ryan, just got done with a workout and now I'm here. Awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. I really appreciate it. Sherman Douglas. Chris Morris. Kenny Smith. Drazen Petrovic. Derek Harper. Danny Ainge. Mr. Danny Ainge. Kendall Gill and Thurl Bailey. Who names their kid Thurl? Must have been like his grandpa's name or something. I've never heard of anybody named Thurl. Down to our last 3 packs. Hey, and I ask you all, have you all watched that LeBron video that I just posted? And if so, like, what did you think of that? And, you know, just your honest feedback. Because, and I'll explain more here in a minute, but, yeah, I'm just interested to get some feedback on that. Another Thurl Bailey. I'm not opening these right. Still learning my box break technique. That's it. Last 2 packs. See if we get that third Jordan. Vlade Divac. That's the first Vlade Divac we've got. I really thought that these packs were randomly ordered, but apparently not, because that's the first Vlade we've got. Unless they're just stacked in here weird. Mark Aguirre. Another David Robinson. Gerald Wilkins. AC Green. Tyron Bogues. Mr. Muggsy Bogues. Master Photo Brad Doherty. Charles Smith. Derek Coleman. Dennis Rodman. That's the first Rodman we've got. That's weird. That's weird. I was almost certain that these were like you would get the same amount basically for the most part in every box. And Mr. Vlade Divac. Gosh, that one's off center bad. Look at that. Crazy. Jesse, it was a smart video. People definitely want to invest in him. His career is basically set in stone, so he's a good investment. But like you said, most of his cards are already expensive, so you gave some good alternatives. Yeah, I watched it. I enjoyed. Didn't know they cards were available in a great price point. Yeah, I think that was kind of the point I was trying to make, was that I didn't feel like a lot of people, I didn't think very many people realized that you could get LeBron rookie cards for that price, and pretty good ones, really. I felt really good about that video as far as like compared to the production value of a lot of my other videos. YouTube has not promoted it at all. At all. So I don't know why. It's just weird. Like this weekend, I thought a basketball video, especially a video on LeBron, would do really well with preseason starting. But it has drugged. It just hasn't done well. So I just don't know why. It's just weird. It's just one of those YouTube things. It's weird how it's weird and it's not. Like that video, by all means, like for a lot of reasons, should do well, like compared to my other videos, but it definitely did not. And it's not, and like I say, the production value, like I did feel good about it. I did like it when I got done. There's things I would have done differently, but overall I was happy with it. But the thing is, of the people that see it, like it has a high click-through rate. Like of the people that see it, a lot of them will click on it, and like it has pretty good watch time of people that start watching it. You know, they watch quite a bit of it. So that's good. Like that's, YouTube wants to see that, but they're just not showing it to anybody. There's another David Robinson. I don't know how many of those we've got, but these are definitely not like random. Unless this is like a box where, I don't know, this is just a weird box. There's our second Charles Barkley. Sir Charles. Sir Charles. That one's centered pretty well. That one's definitely centered pretty well. Let's see what the corners and the edges look like. Corners look good. Centering looks good. Surface looks good. Back centering's good. Good enough. It has that print line on the edge of the stats just like the other one did. Weird. That's a good one. So we will package that up for whenever I decide to send these in. I would like to have these in a collection. I just really like the design. Think they look really cool in a PSA case, and would like to have some in my collection. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that Like, what I decide to collect really doesn't have anything to do with money. We were talking about that the other night. Um, but it's when it comes from like what's I want to hold on to. Now some stuff it does have to do with money, but when it comes to what I want to hold on to as a collector to display, it just what I think looks good and what like stuff that I've been stuff from my life that maybe I remember just liked. Do I prefer PSA or Beckett? PSA for sure. Definitely PSA. Just because PSA 10s sell for a lot more than Beckett 9.5s. I mean, they sell for more. Not a lot more, but they do sell for more. Pooh Richardson, Lionel Simmons, Mark Eaton, and this one's kind of stuck. Greg Anthony. Now I want to open that other box, but I'm not going to. I'll get a different one. I'm going to put that up on the eBay store. Yeah, PSA 10s just sell for more. Now, they have made 10s harder to get at PSA. But part of that is, like, I think, Baseball Card Collector Investor Dealer did a thing. And where he showed that PSA was making it harder to get PSA 10s. And from what he showed, like, it's pretty clear to me that they have. Hey, Ollie, what's happening? Thanks for being here. What he showed, it's pretty clear that they have. And that should push the price of PSA 10s up a little bit. And I think that's why they did it, is to maintain that price differential between Beckett 9.5s, because it looks a lot better to have a 10 on a card, and it's super tough to get a Beckett 10. So they could make it a little bit tougher to get a PSA 10 and make sure that they maintain that price gap to where they're still selling for quite a bit more than a Beckett 9.5.